Bonjour, Dinaway, Mahogany Dog. Welcome to another edition of the Blue Green Ocean Road with your host, David R. Stenberg. How's it going?
Hey, Judge.
Wow, it's a beautiful morning. It's not freezing.
No, no, it's
Must be
nice out.
spring.
I took a
Yeah,
walk this morning.
very nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. Careful, dog. Come on, get away from the woods. That's too far away from my uh, internet
Wi-Fi.
box.
You're gonna
Yeah,
fall
Wi-Fi.
off.
Is that what the youngsters are calling it these days? The wi the Wi-Fi box.
Oh no, I don't know. Jack Black's doing good. His
The,
movies,
the
his movie's doing great. The Minecraft one.
yeah, yep.
People are
My
going
my son
crazy.
saw it. He liked it.
I remember
Yeah.
Wayne's World was like that. Like you're just watching it and everybody's laughing. I mean, there was some applause. It was fine because the movie was great. It hit that, yeah. That's what I
Just
heard. Like this movie's like. Oh, the other
good,
thing, I
clean
guess
fun.
people cheered at the end of Jaws. Remember when the shark blew up?
I didn't see it in the theater,
You didn't see
so I
Jaws?
don't know. Well, I did see Jaws, of course, but it wasn't until I was in my 20s and I rented it on VHS tape
Oh,
that I saw it. So I didn't get the
wow.
theater
What
experience
the hell were
like
you doing that summer?
like almost everybody else on the planet at the time.
Yes,
Everybody was
everybody
talking
on the
about
planet
that
but
movie.
you. So, like, what were you in jail
Everyone
or
but
something?
me. No, it was called being poor.
Oh, fuck, man. That's the movie that was like $1.50, man.
Yeah, well, boy, ain't that cheap.
Well, that just sucks. I got a different. Now I don't know, man. That really blows dog. I'm sorry to hear that. Tell you the
No, it
truth.
wasn't. It was kind of like everybody talking about it all the time at
Yeah,
school,
yeah. You
and
think
everybody enjoyed. It was a cultural phenom, and here I
right?
am, like, yeah, 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 yep, 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 yep.
Fuck groceries, man. I want to see this movie. I'll eat tomorrow.
I know, and but when I saw it, I enjoyed it, and every time I get a chance, I'll even look at a few minutes of it at
You
least,
could
if
beat the
I see it.
theater, buddy. Oh, when that head came
I
out, right?
know.
It was like, it was just a fucking Christ. Actually,
Oh yeah.
I saw it 3 times because I guess I'm rich. We went 3 times that summer, and the
Hey,
last time I remember, I kept turning around at the jumps. I knew when they were going to happen. I was watching the whole. I was up front, and I turned around,
yeah.
just to watch the whole theater jump. All at once
Uh-huh.
in unison. The head that came out that got everybody. Um, that was the worst one actually. I was with this guy John Blinkhorn, and the very first time we saw it, right? I'm sitting
I
there,
knows the John Blinkhorn.
and the head
I
comes
knows
up.
him.
Huh?
Yeah, I knows him. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I said I know John Blinkhorn. To
Oh,
who you refer to.
yeah, yeah. Okay, um, so I watched it. I saw it the first time with him, right? And when that head came out, John had popcorn. Like he had a bucket of popcorn on his lap. He stayed straight up, also inhaling. Like he made like this, and he filled his lungs with air, and then he ran out. He ran out of fucking theater. He left me there. Like that's what he did. He stood up and
No kidding.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He came back, but he dumped his popcorn and everything. That was the shit.
Oh
I
man.
wasn't doing very well myself. I just didn't do that badly. Anyway, whatever.
Uh,
Mike's here.
yeah, I know the small screen didn't do it justice. But
Everyone here.
everyone, all present and accounted for.
Yeah.
Hi, orbiting high, and orbiting high on coffee in New Hampshire. We're all talking about our first Jaws experience, whether it was in
Aha.
the theater or on the
Nope. You gotta
VHS
get
tape.
your Wi-Fi's cutting out, George. Walk back towards your
All right,
house.
but I got to get closer to the source.
Yeah. Don't go
We got
wander off into the
closer
woods
toward the
now.
source here. All right, here we go.
Okay, so first Jaws experience. It was the summer it came out. This guy had befriended me. I guess he was a friend of my sister's. He worked at St. Aloysius Home, which we had gone to school there.
That's how you get in good with the sisters. Get the brothers.
Well,
get in with the little brother.
Yeah. Anyway, he was trying to run some outdoor program and using the home kids, like making an outdoor program for them. It's going to be hiking and mountain climbing and all this stuff. And she told him that I really like that stuff. Anyway, long story short, I went to the movies, to Jaws, and then I went on this trip with these guys to the Cape. And I went snorkeling, and they were all out deep, and I was treading water. And I was looking through my mask at the surface of the water, and it was just like the camera before a shark attack, looking around the surface of the water. And I got so freaked out that I had to go back into shore and just stay in like knee-deep water because I just couldn't be out there. Every time I came to the surface and looked around, it looked like just before a shark attack.
I couldn't swim in the pool that summer. No shit. At night, I'm in the pool, the deep end. I said, fuck this. I can't do it. I know there's no goddamn shark under me, but fuck this.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do it. It's like, I can't believe I'm freaking. Damn. What a movie. George has a very, very sad one.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Well, hardly sad.
Oh, it's sad.
I think it's a badge of honor.
No, it's not a badge of honor.
It's a badge of honor. I was saying like how everybody at school had seen it.
Everybody on the planet had seen it.
And everybody at school was talking about it, and I had yet to see it. The first time I saw it was in my early 20s because
Oh, wow.
going to the movies was something we very, very rarely did when I was growing up.
Yep.
But
I saw
woe is me. Feel bad.
Yeah,
Sympathy.
that was a great summer. You missed it.
Yes,
Yeah,
and I know everybody was talking about it. Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
We would go to the beach, right? And we would go to the beach that summer. And me and my cousins from California came out. And we just like look at each other and like just decide to run out of the water really like we were panicked.
Yeah, everybody did that. Everybody did that. Like, oh God, oh no.
See how many people we could get to follow us out of the water.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, no, I'm going. Other people got me to do it. There was Ricky and Bobby. They made the shark, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they snorkeled in a lake. They went over to that Christian beach over there. That worked, kind of. Like, people freaked. But when I went over there, right, they had it. They had it at the campsite, and I knew exactly what it was. It was a fin. It was a wooden fin, and it was painted black, and it had a board under it, right? And that's all it was. And a little pole. So they went snorkeling over there with it. And I said, yeah, did the cops come? Did they shoot at you? What a summer.
He made me do it.
Yeah. That was pretty fucking great. The third time, I saw it 3 times that summer. The third time, I spent most of it just turning around during the jumps, just watching the whole room jump at once. It was fucking awesome. That was fucking great. And everybody cheered at the end. There was like, they're fucking clapping and shit. They blew the shark up. Oh, spoilers.
All of our subscribers.
Yeah. One. Dave. Dave's the only one that
said-
shows up.
It said that we had 10. It said we had 14
but
subscribers.
if you hide it, you can hide that information if you subscribe. And there's only one that's out in the open.
10 people subscribed, or 9 other people subscribed who are hiding themselves.
I hide myself. You probably do too. It's the default option.
Oh.
You have to go into settings and hide yourself. So like people can see you're subscribing and unsubscribing and subscribing and unsubscribing. They can tell it's you.
For all those people out there who are subscribers who may be watching this, please leave a comment. Tell us how stupid we look.
Yeah, leave it to him. I'll post his email later in the description below.
Like and subscribe
Like
and leave a
Kennedy.
comment.
Blah, 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 blah.
Smash the like button.
Smash. Smash the like button.
Smash it really hard.
Yes.
Yeah, it
When I
feels
was little, I
good.
used to live. When I was little, I
Listen
lived
to what
near
old
a
men
movie
have
theater.
to say.
You
No.
live near a movie
What?
theater? Which one?
Yeah, the one in Warwick, you know. And I used to go see matinees all the time. And remember
Oh, it's
John
at
Dillinger?
Meadowbrook?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
John
remember
Dillinger.
that.
John Dillinger was playing, so I went with a friend of mine, and I remember my mother took us up. So I was probably like 7 or 8, right? And she took us up to the window, and we'd go in. But I remember she goes, "Is there any?" Because it was rated R, and she goes, "Is there any sex in this?" She goes, "No, it's just violence." Oh, that's okay. Go ahead.
People violently rendered by a shark is
Yeah.
okay, but people making love, nah. That's over the line, man.
Well, Chrissy was naked. She really
My
was.
dad had a Jeep.
Yeah, how did that?
My dad had
I
a
mean,
Jeep.
I know, like, on the small screen, you can't see anything but
I
a
can't see
silhouette.
nothing.
But on the big screen, can you
Nah.
see? Was
The
it
lighting
more
was-
revealing on the big screen, or? Yeah.
Well, given my age, yes. Yes, even a little glimpse of a bare lady's butt or maybe the side.
Yeah, I
was
saw
quite
Curly
excited.
in the moonlight. I clearly saw it. There's a couple of curlies. I saw that. Illuminated.
Well, I feel like I've been denied in my youth,
Oh, you
I
have.
guess.
My dad had
When
a
did you
Jeep
finally
hanging
see
around the
Star
house.
Wars?
Yeah,
A
go ahead.
Jeep?
Yeah, my dad had a Jeep hanging around the house, and then after I saw John Dillinger, it was like I was John Dillinger for
Oh,
about
yeah.
a year in the Jeep, man, making getaways.
Nice.
I've done that. Oh yeah. Me and Mike went across the country to California in his mother's station wagon.
California, the
We're fucking
promised
out of
land.
here. Oh yeah.
Isn't John Dillinger supposed to have like an enormous penis or something like that?
I don't know.
When they did the autopsy on him, they preserved his penis or something.
What?
Yeah, because he had like
Stop
a big
reading that
unit.
Inquirer, man.
Yeah, George, man, you always got shit like that.
Man, you gotta
I
stop
always
reading
got
that
shit like
You
that.
do, man.
Ridiculous.
You mentioned something.
ridiculous
that guy's
trivia.
gay. You know all that shit. The hamster story. I don't know
No,
about the
man.
hamster or the gerbil story. That's yours.
I think.
It's not gonna
You didn't
watch
get that
after
from me.
again. So I just can't.
I suppose you
Fucking
got to
gerbil
blame it on
story.
somebody.
Fuck me. That's no good. I can't respect that. Because I
I'm
like
curious.
animals. You know,
I'm curious,
I mean,
but I'm afraid to ask.
like if you use Mikey's stirrer for his coffee, that's all right. That's not a life. You know, you're not gonna kill him. But a gerbil? Poor gerbils, man. They are active though, little bastards. Boy, they move around. Well, Mike,
Speaking
I
from
got
experience.
I saw that. Mikey just squirted.
Ah, I know. It's like that hand action from stirring the coffee.
Yeah, I don't watch this podcast on a big screen. I got a bigger computer now. Now I'm seeing shit like I'm seeing all
yeah?
kinds of shit. There's some ugly motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, I got a new pimple. Right, look at it. Right.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
content.
Come on.
I saw
That's all square.
a video. It was a short, and I didn't know what it was, but it was someone like popping pimples.
Ah, no.
Shit you not. There's a whole like that's a thing. It's a thing.
Yeah, I know.
It's fucked up. I
Like,
couldn't
I saw
watch
one
all
on
of it.
Tosh
Never mind like
2.0 and I
falling
quit
into a
watching it.
pimple popping parade of pimple
Not good.
poppers.
That's mayonnaise. That'll get
Well,
you to stop
mayonnaise
eating
be a cracker.
it.
The other movie I remember seeing there was at nighttime. Went with the whole family, and it was like that. What was the name of that movie where it was like Salem, and they cut out a witch's tongue. They cut out this woman accused of being a witch. They cut out her tongue. The place was so packed, we had to split up. We couldn't sit together.
Oh yeah, all right.
It was scary.
Don't
Man.
you don't remember the movie or
Which one? I forget the name of it. It was it was big in the 70s. It was making the rounds. Yeah, I
What?
had
No
to look it up.
lips?
Suspiria?
There's no
Could
lips,
be,
Mikey.
No lips.
Is that what you said?
They cut out the
There were
tongue.
there weren't
The
four
tongue of the
seats
witch.
together.
Oh no,
So
I'm
we
talking
had to.
about the movie. Like, describe the movie. Maybe I can figure it out. I probably
No, it's
saw
like
it.
it was like it took place in like the witch trials,
Yeah.
And I remember one scene where they cut out this woman's tongue.
Oh.
Man, I was like I was like 6 or 7,
Well, I
watching
clearly
this.
remember that. I didn't see
And
that.
who were you sitting with?
I don't know, man. We couldn't. I
That's
can't remember
fucked.
because we couldn't all sit together.
Were you a 7-year-old sitting by yourself watching someone cut?
Probably.
Holy shit!
Some old man with his hand in your pocket, man.
His mind always goes there. What the hell,
What
man?
the fuck?
What a pre.
Jesus.
Every subject you bring up.
It's like,
It's like,
yeah. Gerbils.
Holy shit!
dude, are you okay?
I'm fine.
You need to reach out.
Why?
Dude.
I'm just reading
that
between
way.
the lines
Not
here,
that way,
bud.
though.
I'm just like,
No lines. There's no lines. Blank sheet of paper.
So, I was thinking about those. Remember, we were talking about soundtracks last week, just listening to the shit on. And so, I was thinking about ones you can't do it with, like Jaws. I can only watch the Jaws soundtrack, which I've had, right? But there's no way it would work anywhere else, It was like that music is so iconic to that one movie,
Yeah.
Star Wars is the same one. And also, like, do you notice, like, hardly anything has that now, right? I think this Minecraft movie has a song that's a hit, and everybody goes nuts when they play it.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's like, I think the last time I was in a theater like that, I haven't gone yet, but I think I'm gonna. It's like Wayne's World, because it was like everybody laughed together. We're all having a great time. Nobody cared. You know what I mean? It was a movie like that. So apparently this Minecraft one is like that. Jack Black's movie. So, yeah. Nacho Libre. My man. Sometimes when a man is alone, he likes to wear stretchy pants. Do you have stretchy pants, George?
nah. Well,
You wear women's underwear instead.
none that I'll admit, man.
Not full body. Full body stretchy pants. Stretchy suit.
A full-bodied mushroom suit
Yeah.
Well, you just better hope
with
she
loop
dies
with
first.
loop ports.
You better hope she dies first, so no one goes through your drawers.
Oh, you can if you want. Go for it. Go wild. I'll leave shit for you if I know you're doing it.
How could
what
I
friends are
know?
for, right?
Yeah, you can do a lot with
Chocolate sauce
syrup,
on
you know?
dildos, man.
That's what friends are for, right? To clear your computer screen.
That's
computers
your
and your-
that's your title for this week's episode: chocolate sauce on dildos.
Okay. That'll get us
No.
George
right.
always comes up with a new title.
Every time you go,
The
and I always
reference
think about
to,
it. I
Dunn's-
can't call it that.
Doug Stanhope. His famous Doug Stanhope
Oof.
routine.
That guy left nothing alone. Nothing,
No, he's-
nothing was sacred.
I don't hear from him much anymore. Is
He's
he all
around.
right? Is he? Yeah.
Yeah. He actually lives in this like really small town somewhere out in Midwest, like
Arizona.
Arizona. Yeah.
Yeah, on the border. Just a border town.
So and it's like small. It's a small.
A
Yeah.
friend of mine's in a band with his brother.
He's great. I fucking love that guy. It's like one of my top comedians. This is
Dave
fucking
Mays in
unreal.
a band with Doug Stanhope's brother. Said their upbringing really was like the way he talks about it. Their mother
Yeah.
really was like
That
that.
guy's just telling you shit. like when he started, he says people said when you're drunk, you're a funny motherfucker, right? So he went up on stage and he got drunk, and he just did it forever. He says, "Hey, let me pour some more funny down my throat." He says shit like that, It's true. I remember that one of his CDs, he just did that. He got drunk. He did that, and then at the end he goes, "Ha! I just made a CD," and that's the end of it. And it's a screamer
rare,
through the
man.
whole
Usually-
thing. It's like, bam, bam, bam.
Usually, you have to be really drunk to find another drunk funny.
Yeah,
I know
that's really,
every
I
drunk
was gonna
thinks
say
he's funny.
that's rare. Yeah, that's rare.
Every drunk thinks he's funny, and they'll tell you
Right.
this stuff. They'll tell you other people's jokes, whatever. And if you're not drunk with them, it's not funny.
Right.
But some people, Jackie Gleason was one of them. That's how he got his start. He bombed as a comedian, and then he went to a bar and he just started getting drunk. And then
second
he had to go
set.
back on. Yeah. So it's rare.
Yep. Well, you keep that level. That was part of it. That's what it says. You just get to you get that. You maintain that place. You don't go into zone. You just stay at that. I don't know, the two bear level or whatever. Where you remain coherent. Yeah, he talked. I mean, if you listen to Stanhope, he'll tell you everything. He'll tell you the whole thing.
It's called Chasing the Dragon.
Yep, this is what old men say. Hey, just went there, get to the pot store there, and I bought. I wanted a oil filter for my truck because I was going to change the oil, and they sold me the wrong oil filter, and goddamn, that really set me back.
And then I came in her face.
Yeah.
Well, that could be a title too.
Like and subscribe. Not for kiddies.
Everybody just unsubscribed.
yeah, go away. I'll show my
No,
butt
Dave
next
Sherman.
week.
Hey, Dave Sherman, if you're watching, man, I miss you. I'd like to hang out sometime.
He's gone already.
I should put him on.
I know that first. No, he would if he wanted to, but he doesn't.
I know how you can give. I know how we can increase subscribers. Give away something.
What you got?
Get a prize.
What you got in your house?
I don't want to increase subscribers.
Come on, give us something.
You're freaking me out, man.
When
These
Yeah,
people
like
you don't
that.
know
Coffee
are
cup.
watching us and listening to us. It's freaking me out.
It's like the Hodge twins. They gave away like a Ford pickup truck, a new Ford pickup. It really increased their viewership.
We could give away Mikey's Prius.
That's my work. That's my work truck. My work car.
No, but then we'll have all these
George has a
subscribers
Ford
who'll be
pickup
making
truck.
money. It'd be great.
That's my livelihood, dude.
Oh, all right. Well, it was your idea.
Well, yeah, but
We'll give away
I ain't
Mikey's
giving
cat.
shit away. But I wouldn't wish him on the worst. My enemy. You kidding?
Well, that ain't going to get us anywhere.
Buster. Buster, right?
I don't know, man. We got a birdhouse here. It's a cool birdhouse.
All right,
All
we're giving away a birdhouse.
All right, freeze.
The first
So I
person
can
who
get a
leaves us a
screenshot of
message
it.
telling us who they are and where they're listening from, Mikey's going to give you a
Oh, look at
birdhouse, hand painted,
That's
signed by the artist.
how many of them you got? It's got like a
Are
dozen.
those yours, Mike?
That's cool. I like that.
Mike, did you make those?
Nah, they've been here a long time.
Wow,
Time for him to go.
This one.
that's
Everything must go. Every birdhouse
Oh,
must
yeah,
go.
there you
So
go.
Cool.
sign
Stand
up.
at breakfast.
Send a
Of course,
self-addressed
the
box.
bird Cetos, they fucking fly away, dude. They don't fucking
Well-
want to go in those things.
What I understand is
Live
the,
in a
the
human
size of
house?
the hole
Fuck that.
decides what kind of bird you get. Like a certain hole will get a certain type of bird, and like bigger birds can't get in there. And like a bigger hole will get that.
Yeah, if I was a bird, I wouldn't feel welcome to that house. I'd be scared.
Yeah, but
I don't even think this one has a hole.
I think it's over the
Dude,
sign.
Those,
I think the sign's
those
over
aren't
it.
for sitting
Like the welcome
outside,
sign
man.
is like you're not welcome.
The rain and the wind would kill that thing. Be like a bear.
The
Fucking.
fucking squirrels
Just,
tear it up. Like they bite out the bottom. And they stick sticks and make they destroy the fuckers. But
and this one's for Mike.
No self-respecting bird will find himself anywhere near that place.
is that glitter?
what?
Speaking about an old man with his hand in your pocket.
That set up
Oh,
like
that
board. Oh, what's on the windows? Looks like that's not boarded up windows. Are there? I don't know.
For your really tiny birds.
ah a little
Jesus
mouse
Christ.
baby. It's a
And for your
mouse.
even tinier birds.
Ah, that's a fucking that's an insect. That's like a
A
praying
birdhouse
mantis.
for a birdhouse. Yeah,
Gnarly
little
spider.
bees and
Well, all right. Anybody who watching this video who's not one of us, leave a comment. You can get a birdhouse. Tell us which one you like best. What's your birdhouse?
Mike, you froze during that.
I did.
Now, Mike, the other Mike.
I did.
Mike 1 and Mike 2. Oh, good. Mike is
See, your
frozen.
husband's
Let's
the
talk
Mike.
about it. So, Red, iRobot was great. There was a lot of shit in here. Like the very first one is a robot that gets close to a child. Child and robot have like a relationship, right? And the mother's concerned
Jesus.
that she doesn't go out and interact with other people, and she wants to take the robot away. At the beginning, it's like she's like 5 or something, and they're playing hide and seek. She really loves the thing, right? And it seems to like emulate it back, because it's just a machine. And
Just a machine.
yeah, it was just a robot. So I mean, this is in the view of the psychiatrist. There's a psychiatrist that's getting interviewed. It's the robot psychiatrist that handles that's responsible for him not fucking up our shit, which we don't do, right? We're not gonna do it, right? No. So anyway, in this book, this bright future. That was the first one, and then the decision was not to let him on the planet at all. But that was the thing. They took the robot away, right? And now the little girl's going crazy looking for it, right? She's bugging everybody. She goes to a robot show, and the fucking robot's there, right? Because it's back in the fucking fold of its manufacturer, and so she goes running out because she sees the robot. Nobody knows, and she like bolts, and there's this like car coming, this vehicle, and the robot goes out and it throws her out of the way and gets destroyed, right? So that's the end of that one. But the thing about it was that they bring up all those things. People say that all the time about these devices. That the kids don't go outside no more. All that stuff. The parent is concerned. There's laws made to fucking see if we can curtail it. Everybody's got a different idea. And that's fucked up. This is like this was in the 30s, 40s. He wrote these. So, there's one called Liar, and it got edited for this because the other one was like just not good. Like how they thought of women in the 30s, like she was a frosty girl. Like like in order to be a psychiatrist, like a woman worker, she had to be like a spinster. You know what I mean? And so anyway, that one's interesting, but it's an Internet Archive. I got that one too. All those old science fiction magazines are archived. So I got it, and it's just little things like that. Hey doll, she's a swell dame, just like that. That was just all tossed out, and her character, it doesn't even make sense in this. These are just little short stories. He just gathered them up, all his robot stories, and then made this woman from this one story about the liar, about the Frosty girl. He just made her the whole career out of it. But he stitched all these other robot stories he had written over the years together, and she's just being interviewed as being involved in the whole thing. And yeah, it's really good, and it has nothing to do with the movie.
That's cool.
There's no Will
Have
Smith.
you seen the Steven Spielberg one, Artificial
Yeah,
Intelligence?
AI.
The
That was okay. That was gonna be
Haley
Kubrick's.
Joel Osment. Yeah, that was going to be his project after Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, that's what I wanted him to make. I didn't want him to make Eyes Wide Shut. I wanted him to make AI first. Right? That's what I was hoping he'd do. Because it was up in the air for a while. What he'd do first? He said, always wanted to make a porno. I saw that in the theater. I saw Eyes Wide Shut
Did you?
in the theater. Yeah. Me and Yolanda.
Yeah, I did too. It was good.
Yeah.
So had
That's what I never
state
watched.
of the
See
art
Led Zeppelin
special
yet?
effects and whatnot. What?
See Led Zeppelin yet? No. Was it still in the theater?
It had last week or the week before last. It came back to the IMAX, and it's gone again. So I didn't get to see it, but it'll be out. It'll be out on video. See it.
Yeah, wear headphones is what you want. Just that'll work.
It's not like I never heard those songs before.
No, and I don't think it's gonna
Really
be dark.
loud.
The film from that era is fucking awful, And IMAX, come on, it's not no.
Anymore though.
Okay.
They've
Why not
improved
3D?
they've improved those films a lot.
What's that?
They've improved those films a lot.
Yeah, but
Did
I
you
know.
see it?
I've seen them. They just it's hard to do. It's every frame. You go in there and clean
Yeah,
out
each
everything, like
frame,
the hair.
frame by frame
Fuck me.
restoration, digitally
Takes
enhanced.
takes a
Yeah.
long time.
They did a lot of Beatles stuff that way, and it was like you're sitting there, you
Yeah,
know.
that was impressive. Hard Days. What's that last one? Ron Howard's. But it was
No,
just-
that wasn't the last one. The last one was when they came over to America. That week they came to America, and they fucking. It was like you were there. It was amazing.
I wanted to see that,
I'm
but
sure
I'm
you still
cheap.
can. It's
I
on
don't want to pay
on
for
Hulu
it.
or something.
What was that?
It's on Hulu or something. I don't know what it's on.
2063 was it? No, 1963.
64.
64. Yeah, that was good.
Technology's there.
And also the where they redid Get Back and showed all the film that was left on the floor where they were actually friends, and that was really cleaned up too. That was really good.
Yeah, it's really good. Peter Jackson's the guy.
Peter Jackson's version. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, he's the guy who's cleaning all that stuff up.
It gave you a real.
Yes, he did the World War One footage too. So they shall not be forgotten or something like that. That was very interesting as
Oh
well.
yeah, where they colorized all that World War One film.
Yeah, and they restored all that, digitally restored the footage, and
They
they
put
tried to.
voices.
That's right. They used lip readers to try to figure out what they were saying, and yes, and they used voiceover actors and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nicely done.
they were going, fuck, shit, fuck, shit,
Uh,
fuck.
I was watching clips of Blackadder, the ones that Rowan Atkinson was playing via
Oh yeah, he's
World
great.
War One British lieutenant, and they're always talking about going over the top. It's always like certain death. So always trying to avoid. It's just
Yeah.
it shows the insanity of military management at the time. But yeah, those hold up pretty well.
Do you guys see any of the new Black Mirror?
I know
Yeah.
it's out there. I haven't seen him yet.
I like the
Yeah,
first one.
Did you see him?
The first
I
one.
watched three of them. Yeah,
How many are there? A bunch?
more than three.
6 or 7.
Yeah, the Paul Giamatti one was pretty good. The
I'm
last
just-
one was a
yeah, I want to.
continuation. Was like remember the guy who crewed his own starship with DNA replications of his office workers,
Yeah.
and he was
USS
abusing them.
Calista?
Well,
Something like that.
they did they did like a second like what do you call it? I don't know. I'm an old man. I can't remember. What does that mean? Uh, it's
I
actually
like
a
the first.
second episode based on the same story with
Yeah,
the
I know what you
same
mean.
actors and stuff. It was actually very nicely done and worth
Okay, quiet
watching.
now.
I'm quiet.
Yeah, this is it. Red Shirts is like that. A lot of people said that this was a lot like that one because it's sort of the same way. People get sucked into the reality. And even the author
Yeah.
says, "Nah, I don't see it. It's cut. It mirrors it. It has like themes, but it's not the same." This is great. Red Shirts. They're in a TV show and it's badly written. It's a badly written Star Trek, and they're stuck in it. They said, "Why does anything make sense? This is all fucked up." Nobody will go near him. Like the science officer, he walks down the passageway, right? And all the crew is like hiding. And this is like their first day, and everybody's like avoiding them, not giving them eye contact, like running away. Like when they go to their apartment, everybody's missing. Where is everybody? Then after the lieutenant leaves, right? He says, "Hey, you want to go on an away mission?" And they go, "Yeah, we'll go, sir." Right? And then they left, and then after this, they just come out of closet and says, "Oh man, you should have said that. Nobody comes back from those." That guy always makes it. There's one guy that goes down there, he gets shot, right? Next week he's fine again, right? We get wiped. Yeah, it was great. And then they find out.
Mikey.
Yeah.
What did you like about the first episode?
Man, it was so real. You know, it was like the whole subscription age, man. Like everything's a subscription now. Even your brain is. You know, you can survive this brain tumor, right? We got the technology, but you have to buy a subscription now. You know, and you
That's
have to
right,
keep
because
updating the
right.
subscription because the first subscription will give you life, but then you're going to start to just blurt out commercials.
The
You know,
commercials. That's
Oh
right. Yeah.
man.
That's right.
and
Up
then
like that part of the dead brain tissue that is kept online somewhere else. So you don't maintain it in your brain. You have to subscribe to the service that Bluetooths it back into your head. But it's an ever increasing subscription because they know they have you on the hook. And if you're not
and
paying for upgrades, you're spouting commercials every 5 minutes and stuff. It's really
it reminded me
bizarre.
of that first episode a little bit where like, the husband had to go online to do these outrageous things to make money to support
Yeah.
the subscription, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah. It was very nicely done.
There's a cell phone.
Future of healthcare.
There's a you can get a cell phone that gives you ads and it's free.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
who wants
actually
that?
use one that's one tier up. It's like $4 a month. I just keep. I have another cell phone that just has that number, because it's my old one, and I still forget. I didn't get everybody. I didn't tell everybody about the new number. I ended up with a new number. It's a long story, but it only costs $4. But there's another one where it's just ads, and that you just have to watch ads before you
Yeah.
make a phone call.
Not worth it.
Sorry, Mom. I got to watch this ad first before
No,
I
you
can
watch
talk
the
to
ad,
you.
then make the call. It really applies to it. It's not bad. It's
Oh.
free though. It's free.
Hello, police.
Fucking
I have
free.
emerged.
Cell-
Oh,
cell
wait a minute. I
service
got to
for
watch
free.
this ad.
It's not free.
Hang on a
That's
sec.
really expensive. That's more expensive than just paying for it.
Well, it depends on how much you use it. I wouldn't be bugged by it because I don't fucking use the thing much. You know. I
Yeah. At
certainly
first
don't
it's
make
like
calls.
one ad, then it's two ads, then it's five ads,
You sit there for
and they get
15 minutes
longer
before you
and
can make your
longer.
phone call listening to ads. You try to ignore them. Oh, I'm not going to listen to them. But no, you can't turn it down.
Well, if you were poor like George, right? That'd be his life. You know, can't go see George. Got to have the free fucking phone service. You know, with the ads, all that shit.
Yeah.
You know, you guys are like
George,
privileged. That's it. That's
if
your
George
problem.
would just break down and sell some eggs, he'd be the richest man in the world right now.
Well, he doesn't have to buy eggs, which puts him ahead of everybody.
Well, that's basically it. I mean, I don't barely, make enough to
You're saving
eggs
money.
to sell them, I guess. And
You
even
know what?
I don't know.
And you're not participating in the economy, right? You're not like if you bought eggs, there'd be tax on it, right? And then when you made the money, they tax it, and then when you bought the eggs, they tax it. You just got eggs coming out with, you probably owe taxes.
Wait, involving the tax man. That's right. They'll
Yeah,
figure
no.
out a way to tax it, I'm sure. Private chicken ownership, egg production.
Now
They'll
I got
figure
a
out
title.
something.
Now I have a title. Private Chicken Ownership.
So what's the number?
I
How
got
many in your
16.
stock?
I got I got 17 full grown, and I got 16 coming up. I got 16 chicks at Ray Bodrocks that my grandniece was raising in her classroom. And I asked her about it, and she said she was going to get one for me, and then she ends up bringing up by all 16 because no one else wanted them. And so, all right, I'll take all 16, and we'll have 16 Bodrock chicks. I don't know, maybe half of them will be in the stew pod as roosters, but who knows?
But you can replace some of your layers now and put them in the pots.
Well, as
Right.
long as they're laying, I'm not gonna.
Cook them.
I'm a good animal husband.
Once they slow down, though,
You cook them.
Yeah, then they're too tough for anything.
stew
That's
them.
right.
Oh,
Taco
oh,
Van.
Foster stew.
Hey, they're making roadkill legal to take now.
Did they do that?
We were talking about roadkill.
Yeah, last week. Yeah,
This week they came out with the thing. So if you find a deer on the side of the road, you can take it, but you call them up within 24 hours or whatever, and they'll give you a permit for it.
Huh. Well, I was
So
wondering
now just
how that
anybody
helps.
can take roadkill.
I mean, the deer's dead anyway, right? This doesn't help decrease the population because I don't understand how it decreases the population by allowing it, unless it's okay to
It
swerve
doesn't, but-
towards them now.
What you got there, a deer tick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Look
I
at
had
that
one this
bad
morning.
boy.
I'm on
Those
doxycycline now.
bastards. Oh, how's that going?
Sucks.
Was
It's like
one
one
a
of the
day?
worst things you can get these days.
Mike, how many you take a day? One?
2.
2? Like every 12?
Yeah.
That's a pain in the ass. Well, you're up all the time anyway, so
Yeah, but it just
yeah, you can pick the time. I know I've done them, but not like that. How long are you
they
gonna take
suck.
them?
I got a couple more days and I'll be out.
Oh yeah. And then what? Then see.
And then I hope it killed it all. I tell you one thing, I never seen a bite go away so fast.
Yeah.
Like I just got on the doxy right away. I didn't wait till I got symptoms or anything.
Yeah.
But I did have a ring around the bite, so
Well, you had that target. The target one.
I usually never get that.
Oh. I don't got one because I'd freak right the fuck out if I had one. Well, I go get.
Yeah, but if you get right on it, it's no big deal. It's,
Yeah.
If you let it go 10 years and don't treat it, that's when it becomes really
Yes,
problematic.
just take a shower every day and check yourself really well as you take that shower.
Every day? Ah,
Hey,
Yeah,
you're in the lowest risk area.
pool. Yeah,
Johnson.
well, I mean, they're still they're in Johnston, sure. There's
yeah, all the
Yeah.
toxic waste kills them.
You actually have to go outside.
All the carcinogens bubbling up from the
Outside?
soil.
that's too much like work.
I know. So force yourself to take a shower every day just for health reasons. Just check yourself for ticks.
I
Yeah,
usually
they
wait
gotta
until
do
I
it.
They
say
still bite
something
you in
like,
the night, you know?
that me?
That's what happened to me. That thing bit
Nymphs-
right into me
The
in the
nymphs are
night.
so small. Those nymphs are so small that taking
Yeah.
a shower, man, it doesn't.
Well, I mean, you could feel them. I mean, I've
You can't-
had them hanging
can't
off me.
feel
The
those
tiniest ones bit right into me, and I could feel them, not as they bite, of course, but as I'm checking myself.
The nymph stage,
Like-
though, they're white and they're even tinier, and you can't see them with you know. They
Like
can
the
bite you.
period,
can
right? Like a
Feel
period
them
at the end of a
as they're
sentence.
hanging on your skin, though, and you can just pluck them off.
Not in the
No.
nymph stage. You don't even see them.
Well, it's not about seeing it, about feeling them. Like as they're attached to your skin, you can feel like a tiny skin tag or something. So you feel it and you grab it and you pluck it off before it has a chance to get in too deep. I've done that before. That's not
Well, yeah.
that hard to do.
Yeah,
But,
I've pulled many of them out like that, but there's a stage where you can't see them. They're small.
And
They're
that
that
one you
tiny.
just showed us, George, they're like they're smaller than that.
Yeah, I know. They get much smaller than that, yes. But when they're attached to your skin, when you're checking yourself, you can actually feel that there's something there stuck to your skin, and you pluck it off. Uh, Been there, done that. I know they get much smaller. I've seen them much smaller.
The white ones.
Yeah. My
Well,
birds eat them all the time on the lawn.
that's nice.
They can see them.
Their eyesight's better than ours.
Oh yeah.
Chickens.
Chicken.
They eat the egg clusters that are amongst the grass, the blades of grass. They're like these micro beads, and they eat those off the
Wow.
small enough to eat
And
those
that makes
off
the
the.
eggs rich in protein.
Yes, I eat ticks all the time. I always wondered
Five or
about
six.
that. Yeah.
5 or 6 years ago, I was fishing down this river, and I looked down at my pants,
I
and
eat
I
ticks.
was covered with those tiny ticks, man. Just like my whole pants was covered with them. Like,
Yes.
holy shit!
Went out to Prudence Island one time, and I just went up into the grass bluff just to get a view of the island, that part of the island where with my canoe. And I just looked around, and I went back to my boat and my canoe and got back on, and I was completely covered with ticks, absolutely covered. Never seen anything like it. Just walking in the grass up to my knees.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah, remember when you and I, me and Mikey, kayaked out there, and we walked about 50 feet in from the shore, and we were covered.
Yeah, they were in the sand. Remember? They were like in the sand.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that place. I ain't going back there.
Yeah. No.
They were all dog ticks, though. They weren't the ones
Yeah.
that.
Still though.
Yeah.
You go on Google Maps and go over to and look. You know how you do that one setting where you can really see shit on Google Maps.
Yeah.
You go over to that island where the Lyme disease supposedly came from. You ever do
yeah,
that? You ever go on there and look at that island?
Is it
yep,
like a
Spooky.
laboratory?
It's spooky. Yeah, it's like abandoned
Oh.
laboratories and like
yeah. It's still in
know.
operation. Plum Island, it's called.
Plum.
Yeah, Plum Island. Yeah,
Aha.
yeah.
And
Plum
yeah, there was
Island, you
a
say?
Project Paperclip. There was like a Nazi scientist who was developing ways to transmit disease using ticks, and they were going to dump it on like Soviet cattle to try to destroy their beef production. And when they caught him after the war, they said, "Hey, why don't you come over and do that for us?" And they gave him like a facility at Plum Island to develop that technology. Because we're gonna,
What could go wrong?
what could go wrong? That's right.
Science.
They have like strange animals wash up on the shore, like unidentifiable, like hybrid animals
Hey, we're
every
doing.
once in a while that washes up on the Connecticut shoreline, like
I type
the Montauk
PLU.
monster.
I type
they call-
PLU and I get Plum Island. I'm not the only one. I mean, it's like yeah.
That's all
they-
our subscribers
Google
typed it
those-
in at the same time. That's why.
Plum Island. Apparently, it'll take
I
me.
don't know if they, I don't know if they still do, but they used to have like a guy, somebody patrolling around the island at all
Well,
times.
that's a great
you know?
job. I should get that.
Yeah,
Just drive around Plum Island,
Yeah.
abandoned labs and shit. Fuck me.
yep.
Paddle
Scientific
out there, man.
experiments.
You can paddle out there. It's not that far.
Yeah.
No, but you're not supposed to be on it. It's a government facility. They will be
Oh.
charged with
Uh,
criminal trespass. And they do patrol it. Yes, they do patrol it.
So
I was
look
reading
out.
about what's going on there now, but I can't remember. It was a
Well, there's
couple
foot
months
and
ago.
mouth disease. Apparently, not only is it, we're supposedly we're on the precipice of major outbreaks of foot and mouth disease. That's potentially could destroy our beef production, supposedly. But then I think you know, maybe they're making a weapons grade version of that they can pose. You know, they had to send it off to a foreign enemy or something like that. But
You remember reading about the whole history of it, and they were doing some work on hoof and mouth there. Um, when it was sold, and I can't remember what happened. They sold it. They sold all the facilities in the island.
Right.
Where, I think it wasn't it bought by private? I think it was
Right.
bought by a private party.
I don't know. I haven't heard that. It could be, you know, it could be for private research. I don't know. Hard to say. What does it say? Dave's looking it up right now.
It is.
I still can't read it.
You got to switch
It's
to the
like
mode
blurry.
where it looks real. You know, whatever they call that
Oh,
mode.
yeah, all right, yeah. I think I know what you mean. Oh shit! I touched the wrong thing.
I got in
That's
trouble
Dave.
for
That's Dave
touching
in
the
the
wrong
in the
thing.
confessional booth. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I touched the wrong
I
thing.
touched the wrong thing. That could be a title.
And the priest
I like
said,
that
I
one
like
better.
that.
"Tell me
like
more,
that.
my son."
Forgive
did
me,
you
Father,
touch,
for
my
I
son?
have touched the wrong thing.
I touched
May-
the
can
wrong
I touch
thing.
it?
I can't do this now. No idea what I'm doing. Plum Island, then. I believe you.
Well,
It's in Long Island Sound.
yes, it
It's,
is.
It's right above it is East Lyme.
That's
Right.
right.
So
Yep.
it's like ooh.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
And the
Ooh.
first two cases, one showed up in Lyme, Connecticut, and one showed up on Long Island, right? Both exactly like the same distance away from each other.
Yeah.
Also happens to be the same distance a bird that lives on the island can fly before it needs to rest. Coincidence, of course.
Coincidence.
Total coincidence.
Conspiracy theories.
That's
Plum
right.
Island Animal Disease Center.
Oh yeah, well. How could anything bad happen there? Let's study the disease. Let's mutate the disease.
Make it worse.
Let's fuck around with the disease. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, fuck that.
Wow.
That looks like Fort Adams or something. Back when it was a thing.
Well, that weapon had a big impact on my life, I can tell you.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's horrible the way they just refuse to even admit that it even existed for years and years to get health insurance to even recognize it as an ailment.
Yeah.
You know, just about everyone in my family has had Lyme disease. I can't think of anyone who hasn't.
Everybody in my
That-
family's had it. Every one of them. But
I was reading this Timothy Leary intro to this book, and it was before LSD was illegal, and it was kind of wild. He had fed what had happened, what's going to happen. Like, you know, I mean, then the military gets their hands on it and they completely fuck it up, you know, and then yeah, well, you know. Anyway, it was fun going back there. I think somebody wrote like in '61, you know. It was a hopeful year, you know. It really was. Looked like that might be. Looked like we were going to be okay.
Yeah. Look at this. This is magical.
Yeah.
This will solve all our problems.
Fucking A, man. Did solve mine. I'm glad I didn't listen. You know. I just said yes.
I wouldn't be who I am today.
No
for
way.
Better or worse.
I know it
It's,
helps so much, and then it leaves you alone. You know, it was weird. It was like I went to the school, and then I graduated. There was no ceremony. It was just like I just realized one day, fuck, it's been a while. I was obsessed with this shit, like every other night, you know. And then I went, wow. Usually you have to physically think I gotta stop doing this, you know. But that never happened. I just stopped, and then I went, huh, wow. So anyway.
Yeah. It's like last time I took it, it was like, yeah, there's nothing more that this thing can give me. I've been here before. There's nothing new. That's it. I got everything I could out of it.
Yeah, I guess that's.
And two,
Yeah,
In
I guess I probably did
2020,
that too.
2020, the Department of Homeland Security planned to put
Don't
the
say
island
that
up for
on the
auction
podcast.
after the conclusion of laboratory activities in 2023 was blocked by Congress as part of an ongoing COVID-19 pandemic relief legislation. Senator of New York, blah blah blah.
Man,
Uh,
Do you know I think one of the chief things that they did with LSD was the MK Ultra
yeah,
experiments. They
yeah.
gave you things like the Unabomber and Charles Manson and
They
things
give it
like
to
that.
people and not tell them. It's
Yeah, it
fucking,
was part of they thought that they could either convince like Manchurian
yeah,
candidates
yeah,
to
yeah,
go off and become assassins, or that they could turn spies,
yeah. All kinds
get
of
them to
loony shit.
reveal.
Truth
Yeah, so they
serum.
thought it was a tool that
Yeah.
actually, yeah,
Remote viewing. That's doable. But that doesn't take
yeah.
drugs.
So
That's a different thing.
Still on
that's what
Plum
it's for.
Island for a minute. So what happened was they built the facility in Kansas, way out in Kansas, in the middle of nowhere, and
Okay.
they moved shit there. They moved shit to Kansas. So
Oh, yeah, that's where Fort Leavenworth is.
yeah, this is in Manhattan, Kansas.
They can experiment on the inmates
They
That's
do whatever
right.
they want there.
and turn them mean and ugly. And if they was already mean and ugly,
Yeah.
they turn them into a strange
Right.
unknown creature
Yeah.
never before seen.
Baby nuts all over the
Colodno.
Luke Kalodna, don't use it.
Yeah, read the Wikipedia about it.
Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen.
Plum Island.
Plum Island, yes, and MK Ultra.
Yeah, all that shit. So anyway, it was
Yeah.
Alan Watts. I got a couple of his books, and that was Timothy Leary in the front.
Oh, they got like another. I don't know if the Montauk Monster it came upon like in Long Island, these strange unidentifiable mammals had washed up, like with parts of like pigs and dogs and things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
some experiment
that
shit they dumped.
Yes, that they call them the Montauk. It happened once, and they thought, "Oh, this is just an aberration," because the sea can really fuck with when the sea starts digesting, mass like animals. They contort them into bizarre shapes and stuff like this. But then another one showed up, practically with the same results.
Dr. Moreau, right? The island of Dr.
Yeah,
Moreau, right?
right.
That shit.
So there's some similar shit like that going
Yeah.
on there.
Don't
They
go there.
suspect. That, but now it's out in Kansas, so nothing can wash
Yeah,
up on
fine,
shore.
good. I'm glad it's in Kansas. Said it all there.
I'm surprised they didn't put it in Nevada.
Well, there's shit there too. Oh yeah.
There's lots of shit
Okay.
in Nevada.
When you get a map of Nevada, there's big red areas. Don't go there. It's like don't go there. It's a state map. It's that bad. And
Right. It was like the government owns
National-
like 80%
Some
of
of
the
it's
state.
fucking
Like it's government
radioactive.
land.
National
It's a big state,
sacrifice
too.
lands, they call them. National sacrifice lands.
I love that
But
desert.
national.
That I drove a Volkswagen like a maniac through that shit. I love that fucking place. I did, man. I was in my glory. It was like, oh fuck. There was this one place. The guy, it was his Volkswagen. I told you it's the mine. We're driving around at night. It's just like endless fire roads, only no woods, just sagebrush, right? And they go everywhere. I was lost right away. He knew it like the back of his hand, though. And then we come up to a hill, and he stops. He says, "Come on, check this out." Right? We walk over there. It's a giant hole. It's an old mine, and it'll swallow a car. We dropped a beer bottle in. It was deep. I couldn't see it. I never saw it, but he says there's shit like that out there. So just to know, I had a horse trough. I was going through a valley, and then all of a sudden just stopped. Just oops, and the front end was all fucking warped. So we drove it back, and he had a shitload of them in his yard, and we pulled the front end off another one, put it on. We were there in an hour. We were back out there. We bled the brakes. It's us four bulls would take the front end off a Volkswagen, and then put it back on and then bleed the brakes and yeah. That guy was great. He was like a soul brother. He was like my doppelganger, only he didn't look like me. Yeah. I love Reno.
I would
Yeah.
drive around there real slow.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, he used to ride his bike over that shit. You know what I mean? He grew up there. It was his yard, and that was his backyard. Just this endless desert of Reno desert. You know, and yeah, he knew where all this shit was. We used to go out there. We used to hunt jackrabbits. We used to shoot jackrabbits. But
What's that joke about the guy who got bit in the ass by the snake? And the other guy called the doctor, and he said, "You got two choices. You can suck out the poison, or he's gonna die."
that's your fantasy.
And the guy came back to him and said
Fucking
something
dream
like,
about that shit at night,
"But
you
you're
know
gonna
you-
die."
Yeah, what did Doc say? Doc says you're gonna die.
You're gonna die. Or you just, I gotta suck your dick.
No or. No or. You're gonna die. Sorry, bud.
You're gonna die.
You
Nice
fucking
knowing
owe me, motherfucker.
I don't know. Does that really work? I don't think
No,
that
no.
works. I
It's-
remember
they
they tried
advise
to
you
tell
don't
us
do it,
that
'cause
that
now
was
you're
a bad
poisoned
idea,
too.
man.
No, don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Call the police.
I used to have a snake bite kit when I was a kid,
Yeah.
and had a razor. It showed you how to make the X,
there's a
and then you
suction
had a
cup.
squeezy thing to suck out the poison.
Yeah. That I mean that, but don't use
It
your.
had
You know, now you're getting
two
it too.
two size suction cups from the kit.
When's the last
Like
time somebody got
little
bit by a
suction cup.
poison snake in Rhode Island?
I don't know.
They're bringing rattlers back.
Bringing them back. They've been back.
Well, they brought them back or whatever.
Copperheads, in theory,
I ain't
you
run
know,
across one yet, so
Right.
I remember a kid
have you
that
seen
lived
one?
right
Mike?
near you. Got a rattle from a snake down on Waterman Lake. He had a rattle.
every so often, like not very often, but they find some timbers up here, you know, in the rocks. But
I have a friend who's he's like an amateur herpetologist. He goes around catching snakes and lizards and shit like that. He's caught every poison he's found. Snakes that aren't supposed to be this far north, down near the casino. Copperhead. He caught a copperhead
yeah,
and a cottonmouth, and then it's supposed to be this far north. But he says, you find all kinds of weird shit when you look for it,
There was an alligator in front of Watmo's once. The glass alligator. And there was a guy in a pickup truck there who happened to be from Florida. No shit. It's in the Observer. You can look it up. Right? He went over there, grabbed it by the tail, threw it in the back of his pickup. He was like a hero. I was like, oh, all right. Because all these people from Gloucester, like Harmony, like, fucking alligator, man. What do you
Looks
do?
like he did that on purpose.
Call Gambler. We'll get a snapping turtle and sick it on him.
Gamora.
Dinosaur fight.
Gamora.
Dinosaur fight.
it was Grateful Dead night at Fenway last night.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah.
What does that mean?
People show up in tie dyes. They play a lot of Grateful Dead music
Oh, I
between
see.
the
Yeah, all right.
innings and stuff. Yeah, probably people take acid. Stuff like that.
Probably. Yeah,
Ooh.
baseball and acid. American pastime.
They won.
Put it in the hot dogs.
Who was that guy that pitched a no-hitter on acid?
Yeah, what was his name? I forget.
Nah.
He did. He didn't think he was going to pitch that night.
Right.
They called him up. He did great though, didn't he?
Yeah,
He
it
pitched
was
a no-hitter.
trailed.
That's right.
You could
Bill
see
Lee
where they were
did
going
something like
before they
that
got
too.
there.
Billy Lee, a Red Sox famous Red Sox.
That's right, Dooley. Yeah,
He
Yeah.
pitched on acid too.
that's right.
But I think he knew he was going to be pitching. He's just a wild man.
Yeah, those
He
guys.
says he can't go into a bar in Boston because then there'll be all these drinks lined up on the bar for him, and everywhere he goes. The spaceman, Bill Lee.
Bill Lee. Yep.
Like and subscribe, why don't you? Leave a comment to make Mike happy.
Yeah, tell us
Yeah.
who's watching. Like a couple
us
of weeks
all
ago, we
happy.
had 37 views. 37 views. Who are
37
these
views.
people?
What's wrong with you people?
Who would have known?
You people are three of them. You guys. Who was the rest
For
of them?
me, I don't watch him at all anymore.
I don't
used
watch
to.
them at all ever. I can't stand it. See myself.
I watch them.
All right, boys.
I
Have a
had
great
it.
day.